Hey guys, today I'm going to do a fitness video. I'm going to talk to you about some of the changes I've made personally in my health and wellness routine. I recently made a video about the top 10 fitness mistakes I've made, and I think that was a very good, very honest video. So this is almost like a part 2 of what I've done and how I feel now and what I'm going to do in the future. Hopefully this helps you maybe get a few tips or good ways to start your own personal fitness journey. So I have done 3 years of working out on my own, and it was amazing for me to become a trainer because I was able to correct my own body, and I had a lot of problems, and sometimes you don't know that you have problems until you start to fix them, and then you realize how much pain and stuff that you were going through when you really didn't need to. So I did break my ankle 3 years ago, so that's held me back a little bit. I do have some scar tissue in the front of my ankle, so the flexion, bending forward over my foot, I do feel some pressure and some pain. So I've been working on increasing my mobility there so I can squat better and do exercises better. Other than that, my ankle is recovered now, and I feel so grateful, like sprinting and just doing everything I used to do without pain in my ankle has been amazing. Like when I broke my ankle, I had dreams of running, like in a field. I've never had a dream of running in my life, but it's only when you can't do something that you really want to do it and you really appreciate it. So now I really appreciate that I can run, that I can sprint. Especially now that I've really corrected my body, it feels amazing to run and not feel any pain. For years, probably 8 years now, I've had problems with my hips, and I really never got a diagnosis from anyone. I tried. I went to physiotherapists, I went to massage therapists, I got an ultrasound done, I tried a lot, and it was very painful all the time, standing for even 2 hours. I felt excruciating pain in the front of my hips. I was cracking my hips all the time. So my hip flexors were very tight. What no one told me is that I had a pelvic tilt. My pelvis was not sitting in the right position. My posture was wrong. I had upper cross and lower cross syndrome, so my shoulders were in the wrong position, my pelvis was in the wrong position, which is already dangerous just to stand. Then I was working out and trying to do all these amazing, like, heavy lifts in that incorrect position, so I made my body much worse. I worked in spas for 5 years, and I never really had good posture, and that job made everything worse. I was sitting with the worst posture, looking down, shoulders in, doing manicures, pedicures, facials, sitting in a very short chair when I'm 6 feet tall. It was really not an ideal position for my body, and it caused everything that was already tight to get tighter. It caused my hip flexors to get tighter. My glutes were completely inactive, so I wasn't able to use my butt. I had a good looking butt for my whole life essentially, but it was this year that I realized that I had no muscle in my butt, and now it's a completely different story. I have a good, strong butt, and that's really important. It's not just for looks. It really helps to take pressure off your back. When you have weak glutes and a weak back, you are going to have really bad back pain, and I did have quite a bit of back pain, especially in my upper shoulders being stuck in that position. And yeah, so this year I really focused on correcting my posture. I started stretching. I started stretching pretty much 3 or 4 times a week, really intensely, my whole body. I started foam rolling. I started doing distraction techniques with bands. So just loosening up the parts of my body that were tight, that were stuck in the wrong position. I started building muscles that were weak. So my back, which was probably my weakest area, I never trained. I only trained the front of my body. which is stupid. As I mentioned in my top 10 mistakes, it's not a good thing. So I had to kind of go back and minimize what I had already trained, what was already strong, and start strengthening the muscles that I had never worked before. So it was challenging. It's taken me a long time, but now my body feels amazing. My back is strong. I can deadlift now. Sumo deadlifts have been my favorite to really build my butt and my back, and really just seeing my strength progress there has been amazing. To not feel pain when I work my legs has been amazing. I used to feel pinching in my hips. My ankle used to hurt. I was so like afraid to do legs and I felt so much pain. Now I push 600 pounds with my legs and I feel fine afterwards. It is amazing, and I've never felt this strong, this powerful, this confident, and I haven't gotten bigger by building this muscle. My body has just gotten smaller, tighter, more firm. Keep going. Your body feels so good when you are strong. Looking away from exercise, I made a lot of changes to my eating habits. I've been vegetarian for 3 years. This year I've changed to more of a vegan diet, and I do want to continue to do that. I do want to eat a plant-based whole food diet, and it's been gradual. It's been a lifestyle change, and it's been great, and that has only helped me in building my body, and discovering other protein sources and other ways of doing this has really helped me, and helped me to discover other foods. Especially in the personal training industry, you'll hear a lot of like chicken, eggs, fish. You don't necessarily need those in your diet. There are other sources of protein that you can eat that are just as good. Your body can use them to build muscle, to lose fat, to give you energy. So that has been amazing. My water consumption is totally different. Growing up, I never drank water, which really scares me. I was a gymnast for 10 years and I was so dehydrated. My skin had like scales on it. I thought I was a reptile. I mean, I didn't moisturize and I didn't exfoliate. No one showed me or told me that, so that was a problem. But also just being so severely dehydrated. Your skin is the largest organ on your body. It gets the water last, and if you're not even drinking water, you will not get water. I also never sweat in my life. All 23 years before now, 24 years, I never drank water. And I remember the scariest time, I was doing a track and field competition, and it was a hot day. I wasn't drinking water, I was exercising, and a few hours in, I was alone. I was walking around and I was hallucinating. It was almost like I had taken acid or something, and everyone kept asking me, did you take anything? Just tell us. Like, I didn't. And essentially, when you're severely dehydrated, your body starts hallucinating, you start going crazy. I almost got sent to the hospital that day. They gave me water while I was waiting to go, and I started to recover. So that was such a scary thing. And I used to train 9 hours a week for gymnastics. I was a dancer, I was a cheerleader, and looking back now, I just think if someone had taught me how to strengthen my body properly, and how to hydrate my body, and how to nourish my body, I could have been such a better athlete in all of these things. Now at my strongest, sprinting, I could have succeeded so much more in hurdles, pole vault. I did all these things, and with my strength now, I would definitely succeed a lot more. And my mobility, my flexibility, I've returned my body to how it was when I was maybe 12 years old. I still have some more work to do, but it's amazing to see how much changes you can see in your body. And I started sweating this year for the first time in my life. I have never sweat, which was like kind of, I thought I was like a magical unicorn. I thought, oh, I don't sweat. This year I slowly worked my water intake up from like half a liter a day to a liter a day to a liter and a half a day, and now I usually get 3 liters a day, and I sweat. And it took a few months to get that going, and it started on my hands, it started on my chest, and now I sweat on my back. It's very interesting to see your body change, to see how much my digestion improved. Just everything runs so much better when you're hydrated. So this was my first year as a personal trainer making changes to my body. So I hope you found this video helpful or at least interesting. Don't forget to like it and subscribe for more videos.